the tracking devices that the guys are wearing. Is that new this spring, or what's going on there?
Catapult system, just kind of a dry run. We got about 25, 28 units on guys just to learn, how we're practicing and their output and what we need to do better and improve, and how we want to devise our practices.
Okay. Any early impressions from
really interesting technology. Really, it's like anything else, right? So my kids, they listen to the woman on the car tell you where to drive, and I try to explain to them that we used to have to stop and go to a gas station and stuff. So you didn't know how you lived without it. So this is the same kind of deal. It's an amazing system in terms of just best practices and how to improve, and it's been great. Jared Myers and Brad Roll have been really working hard on it, just trying to bring it to life for us. So it's been great.
Yeah, a lot of schools really take that kind of seriously. Like they'll pull kids out of practice days if they think they've inserted too much during the week and things like that. Do you expect to take it that far?
Well, we do it now. I think you guys know in training camp we do it. We do it based on just intuitive how you feel about what you see, or if someone needs a break. So it's going to be great, Gary, to substantiate that. To quantify it and know for sure if you're doing the right thing. Or it's amazing to see some of the outputs, though. It really is. Some guys like Stacy and Gus Edwards and Darian Owens, and their output is whatever they have inside it, you get when you go on the field. So obviously those guys you got to be careful with.
Al, we've heard more and more about sports sciences and sports. Dolphins just hired someone for it. Besides this GPS type thing, anything else with sports sciences that intrigues you that you want to implement?
You name it. Just it's going that way in terms of sports performance. I think we've made a lot of improvements with nutrition and just the coordination of the training room and strength and conditioning and nutrition. And now we're adding the video and the input that we're getting from the GPS system. So that's what you call it over there? Sports science?
Sports science is what the Dolphins have dubbed it.
Yeah, so sports performance is really the confluence of all that. That's where we're going.
I noticed Tracy Howard wasn't out today.
So Tracy's got a little shoulder. We're going to be careful with him. Don't expect him Thursday. Dion Bush was sick, but it sounded like it went good, so hopefully he'll be back Thursday. Kirby was sick as well since Saturday, so those two were held out, and I think that's it.
Can you talk a little bit about the scrimmage and the format and what you expected?
Yeah, so as you guys know that have covered us, we'll do a lot of situations on Thursday, and you do that so you can play 2 or 3 games and not get into 1 or 2 goal line formations. So we do it so we can teach off of it and get it on film and then carry it into preseason camp. So we'll just move the ball in different spots on the field and then let them roll from there. So backed up, short yardage, goal line, minus territory, plus territory, fringe and red zone. And then we'll have a 2-minute at the end. We'll capture that, and then we'll really learn, and we'll get them out of here and get them refreshed over spring break, and then we'll come back and finish it.
Do all the quarterbacks get snaps in that scrimmage?
Again, I don't. You guys that cover the baseball team may know the schedule. I think
Thursday.
They don't play Thursday for Louisville.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
So they're on the road.
You're right. They're leaving Thursday.
I think we're going to be able to have him in the morning, and then we'll go from there. So it'd be good to have Malik. And then we'll probably have 3 quarterbacks that will rep with the 1s and 2s.
But can you talk a little bit about Vincent Testaverde, how he's doing, what you've seen?
Well, just stark contrast in systems. So I think that's been probably the hardest for him, just the management of everything outside of what a quarterback does, in terms of throwing the ball. I mean, he's throwing the ball really well. He's very bright, but now we got to get him comfortable in the system. So there's a little learning curve there, but he's doing a good job. He really is. He's just got to settle in and keep learning and really improve after this next one.
Couple more questions, guys.
In terms of the schedule, to build in a week over spring break, and you talked about recharging, how important is that? And you guys got a taste of it last year. Did you notice the guys came back feeling fresher?
Well, again, I don't think there's any other way to do it personally. I believe that sincerely from a student-athlete welfare standpoint. everything we've learned now about football is it's the aggregate of hits, and if you can have a break in there or during the season, a bye week or 2 bye weeks, I think that's going to improve the quality for all the student athletes. So we're not mandated to do it. I personally believe that everybody should do it. Everybody should use their spring break to diminish some of that and get everybody healthy. So again, it's built in for that reason, just to kind of fight the aggregate, if you will.
And what do you want them doing while they're out? Like, I'm sure they're going home with workout plans.
If I have to manage the spring break,
no, but in terms of like,
no, just again, I think a lot of them. Look, I hope a lot of them want to be great. So if that means they run a couple times and lift a couple times, find a gym, just stretch a little bit, don't come back, and then all of a sudden you get pulled because you're not ready to go. So they got to be mature about it, Chrissy. But I'm being sincere. Like I don't want to micromanage spring breaks. I want them to see family and friends. Some of them have rehab. The guys that are coming back, like Casey McDermott, he's gonna come back. Patchen's gonna come back after spring break. Some of them have some classwork to either get ahead or get caught up.
Al, now that
there's a scuffle a little bit out there with
yeah.
Do you like that from the team?
Again, I don't like when it gets personal, and I don't like when it gets cheap. If it's natural and it's heated and it's not orchestrated, again, I have no idea what happened over there. I'll talk to the staff when we go in, but I just don't like when it gets personal. We got to do a better job with our penalties, and obviously I don't want to reinforce just everybody just hauling off and doing something stupid every time they're upset. So I gotta get the context from my coaches, and I'll address it from there. But we have to be more disciplined. There's no way around that. We were not. And there's no way around that, and that starts with me.
Last question, guys.
Now that you all have announced Antonio Crawford's departure and the addition of a new cornerback in this class, just what your comfort level is at corner. Do you feel you have enough behind Corn and Artie and Tracy with Ryan Mays, with the freshmen coming in?
Well, we have 4 here and 3 coming in, so we'll probably be 1 short, and we'll just see. We'll see if there's still someone available to join the team, and we'll just work it like that. I know Deion's going to do the opposite of what Ladarius did last year. Deion's going to play some corner, and so we'll have to double train a couple of guys. But Ladarius did really well at that last year, and I think when they're seniors, they can handle it, and I think Deion should be able to handle that.
Ryan May seems ready to you.
Ryan is really Again, I'm going to stop right there. I just want him to keep going. I was right there. He almost got me there, but I just want him to keep going. He's got a long way to go. He knows it. Just keep getting better. But so far, so good this spring. Really pleased with his attitude and effort and focus, and the guys around him trying to make him as good as he can be.
Great. Thank you, everyone.